What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling the engine out of a Miata. I bought it about a week ago. I haven't even done like a reveal or anything like that on the channel. The car died before I could get around to do that. I think the previous owner must have ran it dry for who knows how long, and also caused damage to the engine. Because the Miata does have a lot of oil leaks. It leaks a lot. Look, it leaks just as much as my 12 valve. And that's saying something because that leaks a shiz ton. It's got a like a rod knock, and so basically what we're going to be doing is pulling the motor and rebuilding it. We're just doing a stock rebuild for now, and then later we can do whatever I decide to do. Haven't 100% decided what I want to do yet, but you know, I got a pretty good idea of what I want to do. But it should be pretty easy just to pull it out, do a stock rebuild, and then throw it back in just to get me, you know, so I can use it a little bit more. So we're going to be pulling the motor. It's going to be in 4 parts. In this video, we're going to be pulling the motor, and then part 2, disassembling, part 3, reassembling the motor, rebuilding it, and then part 4, installing it. And then after that, we can do any kind of review or whatever on the car. These cars are so freaking fun. Just from the week of owning it, it's just like, it's amazing. It's so fun. That's why, you know, if I bought a car and then a week later, the engine got shot and it was done, there's not too many cars where I would rebuild. But just this one, it's just these cars are so awesome. They're so fun. So that's why I'm doing it. But anyway, let's get to it. We're taking apart the interior while you're still clean, so you're not getting the inside of your car disgusting. Also, because, you know, I just barely detailed the inside of this, like extracted the carpets, wiped down every single bit of this, so I really don't want to get it disgusting. So, that being said, we've got 1 Phillips in here, and then I think you got 2 Phillips in here. Over on the edge, you'll see them. They're not hard to find. There are just 2 plastic caps covering 2 Phillips. Cool. Now that's out. Oh, sick. Nasty. Cocksucker. Kinda wish I would have done this before I detailed it, but I wasn't expecting this. Because I looked everything up after I detailed it, so whatever. Get some tape, cover this so no shiz gets in it, and then that's basically all you have to do on the interior. Let's go back to the engine bay and start disassembling that. Okay, first thing we're going to be removing is the intake. Oh shoot, well, whatever. Disconnect the mass sensor, whatever this one is. And mostly all the bolts, I think all the bolts holding on the air box are just 12 mils. And the best idea anyone has ever had on removing an engine is putting the bolts back where they came from. So do yourself a favor and do that. To the shorter side. Okay, next up what I'm going to do is just remove the radiator. I want to drain that first actually. We're trying to avoid all messes. Messes suck, especially on these when you have to be on the ground. So directly on the bottom center of this, like straight down bottom of the radiator, there should be a drain plug. I forgot to press play. Anyway, unhook the sensors from to your fans, and then right here, these nuts are a 14 mil to undo the brackets for the thingy. No! Noob City. Okay, at the bottom of the radiator, there's a 10 mil bolt holding on this line right here, and a 10 mil goes this way. So I got under there with the 10 mil and a little thingy. So disconnect both of the heater lines from the heater core. Well, it goes through the cab, both heater lines right here. I'm not gonna do that to all the lines just because, you know, I'm trying to save money, but I already have a coolant line that I can replace that. Plus, you know, if there's any lines in here that are so bad that they need replacing, I'll just replace them anyway. And that one was needing it, so that one got it. I would much rather not have to necessarily disconnect any lines to the power steering, so I'm just gonna take the power steering unit off and try and flop it over on the side or something like that. Zip tie it so we can get it out of the way so I don't have to unhook anything, deal with any air in the lines or any bullshit like that. So leave the power steering pump in here with not disconnecting any lines. It's just wishful thinking. So I'm gonna be disconnecting the lines. I'm gonna disconnect it from right here from the power steering pump, and then I'm gonna disconnect this this one right here. It's usually a banjo bolt, but it's not, so I don't really know what to call it. Try to not be like me and make a mess. It's kind of hard though. For the power steering pump, there's two bolts holding on. There's this long one that goes through. You access it through the pulley, and then there's this other smaller one right up by the tensioner. Okay, so I had to go help my brother. When I got back, it just kept on working. I forgot to turn the camera on. But anyway, what I have so far, instead of removing the AC, ooh, that's gross. There we go. Instead of removing the AC lines and undoing them and then have to charge the system once I get the motor back in, I just decided to unbolt it from the motor, and I zip tied it over to the side, hoping that works. I removed the exhaust manifold. I had to cut it in half because it was just a pain in the freaking butt to try and, well, when I tried to get these off, they were so rusted on there, and the socket, I had the right socket and I had it on straight and everything, but it just stripped it. It was too tight. So I stripped two of them and I was like, there's no way. I mean, it was actually possible because I could have got our plasma cutter. I could have cut them off, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to roll it over here because that's all the way over there and that crap. So so I just decided, I got a Sawzall and I cut it in half. And I'm trying to do this as cost effective as possible, but I'm just gonna go, I was looking for a cheaper header. Holy crap, that died. I was looking for a cheaper header because later on when I do the build on this, I'm gonna put a turbo on it and whatnot. And I'm gonna need a different manifold for that, so I'm not gonna be able to use what I buy, so I'm gonna have to sell what I buy, or if anyone, I really want my brother to get a Miata. If he gets it, then I can give him one, but even then, when he gets a Miata, we should build his and put a turbo on his too. So I'm not gonna be reusing this manifold, like, it's just so I don't have to use that one. So I think I'm gonna go with a Raceland. I think when I was looking at it, it's like 240 bucks or something like that. I don't remember, but I'll just put that one on. I may go with a Cat, may not, I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Really doesn't make a difference to me either way. All the exhaust manifolds bolts were good, but those are down lower, and as you can see from freaking just the car itself, there's so much rust on it. This thing, I'm pretty sure no mother effer climbed under there or jacked it up and sprayed underneath it in the wintertime. So that's what you get, rusty, corroded freaking bolt. What we have left is the wiring harness to the transmission, all the transmission bolts, and then the motor mounts for the motor. And from there, I think we're good to pull it out. Let's climb under there and get those mounts. Okay, so the wiring harness, there's part right there from the wiring harness. There's a little bolt right here. You can see that you need to undo. There's another one right there. And then after that, it goes back and you don't got to worry about it. But I assume that this just slips out. I think it does. That's how I've seen it wherever else. But undo these few bolts right here. Sensor right there. And another sensor right there that you gotta take out. Looks like for the starter. The other motor mount thing is right here. That's a 14. You can see a slit right there. So when you lift up the motor, it should clear it. These sensors, difficult. What isn't though? Okay, for the alternator one, if you come back here and press about right here, this clip will come out. That's for the alternator one. And then just remove this bolt. It goes on that terminal of the alternator. And then for the starter, you want to pull that one out and then take that one off, and then all right guys, so different day. Earlier today, I was just working on it while everyone else was figuring out whatever, and then they all came over and we just kind of pulled it out. So I got the motor out and everything, motor and trans, just one pull. I had everything unhooked, so everything you saw was, wasn't being unhooked. The only thing I don't think I had put in there, you can get these at O'Reilly or any auto parts store. It's a fuel line separator thing. There's a fuel line that goes right here from the motor, wherever the fuel line is on this one. I don't remember where it was, where it's hiding. Oh, it's right there. Anyway, this plugs on to that, on top of that, and you just get it and you pinch it on the line like that, and then you friggin' just pull up and that should come up. This is like $5, I think. Yeah, just go get one. It's totally worth it. And that was the only thing I don't think I had in the video. But with all that being said, that's gonna be it for this part. So part 2, when it's out, it will be in this video description. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So if it helped you in any way, leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can follow this build, and peace out.